The failures of our immigration system are also a national security issue. In just the last 2 months, we've seen 2 terrorist attacks in New York City, carried out by men who were here as a result of failed immigration policies. The diversity lottery, which makes no sense and has never made no sense, and chain migration.
All right, there you've got the Attorney General of the United States and the President of the United States as well yesterday calling for the end of the diversity lottery program and chain migration. This is something that Michelle Malkin, host of Michelle Malkin Investigates on CRTV, has been talking about for years, ever since you wrote that book, Invasion. And now, Michelle, this past week we had another reason why to examine it after this guy came into the country from Bangladesh after his uncle won the lottery.
Yeah, it is crazy that so many years after 9/11, we continue to hand out like Pez candy visas, which is such a precious commodity. I mean, there are millions of people around the world who are clamoring to get in here the right way, and the fact that we still do it randomly tells you how much insanity, politically incorrect sanity, has set in. I mean, it was just 7 weeks ago with the truck jihadist who also got in here through the diversity visa lottery and also benefited from the chain migration insanity, that we had people saying, oh, yeah, we got to get rid of it. We got to get rid of it. And I'm so exasperated, my friends, because I've been calling for the end of this program for the last 15 years. Right. 15 years ago, it was Hesham Hadayet, who was a visa lottery winner through his wife, who had been denied asylum and yet stayed in this country because of the golden ticket that his wife won, walked up to the El Al Israeli airline counter and gunned down 2 people. And back then, we had bipartisan agreement. Yeah, we got to get rid of this program. It makes no sense in a world of jihad, in a world where every last one of our immigration enforcement agencies is completely overwhelmed. Yeah. We should value citizenship and entry into this country much more than we have been. And both parties have shrugged their shoulders. There have been legislative bills, standalone bills, to eliminate the diversity visa program for the last 15 years. They've gathered dust. The SAFE Act before the House Judiciary Committee in 2011 just sat there doing nothing. We've got the RAISE Act, which is co-sponsored by Tom Cotton and David Perdue, which would have eliminated the visa lottery program. It's been gathering dust. How many more people have to die or be threatened before we get rid of this stupidity?
Michelle, will anything change under this presidency?
Well, look, we've had President Trump call very forcefully for the end of this program. It is up to Congress. And I think what people, what voters, what taxpayers need to do is have a lobby that's effective as the DREAM Act lobby. Look, you've got all of these Republicans now running around pressuring Paul Ryan to have a quote-unquote DACA fix. And that just tells you how twisted the priorities of Capitol Hill are, that they think it is more important to have a DACA fix to protect 700,000 illegal aliens in this country rather than get rid of these stupid programs that are endangering American lives.
Michelle, let's switch gears now. A big day on Capitol Hill. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein set to testify today amid more discoveries of anti-Trump bias on Bob Mueller's team. Let me ask you this. Is he going to be able to answer anything, or is this just going to be a series of, you know, I can't answer that, I can't answer that? Are we going to learn anything today?
I think the question answers itself, Todd. I think you've got it exactly right. And I think this is why people are so frustrated. How many hearings do we need to have to confirm what's already obvious, that we've got these tentacles of these pro-Obama Hillary operatives who have completely infiltrated the Justice Department, who have hijacked our intelligence operations for their own political partisan ends? And, you know, we've heard the question in Washington and in public debate, well, why doesn't President Trump fire Ron Rosenstein and all of these people who have infiltrated and hijacked these agencies? And my question is, why don't these people step down? Why are they still in power? Get rid of them. Go away.
Well, it will be, great watching it, and it'll be on the channel here late this morning, because last week we heard from the FBI director, all those things you're asking me about, I can't answer them because we've got this inspector general who's got an investigation. So that was the dodge there. But Rod Rosenstein is actually the boss of the FBI director. He knows all the answers. If they ask the questions and Congress has oversight, he should answer.
Yes, he should. But again, I think what we're going to see is sort of the ineffectualness of the hearing process. I mean, how many hearings have we had on this? I think it's good that we're getting the disclosure. And now there's just going to be a lot of impatience for the Inspector General's report to come out. And so it's not even just so much focused on the bias that all of these text messages and you know, all of the people who are in bed with each other, literally or figuratively, between Fusion and the Democrat Party and Hillary whitewashers and enablers and rewriters. But it's this larger question of why was the Inspector General looking at all of these text messages in the first place? There's got to be much more than just about the political bias going on here that gave him access and probable cause to obtain those in the first place.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody dropped a dime on what was going on, and then he had to look into it, and that's how we got where we're at today.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks,
Great
Michelle.
to see you.